grade this year?
Handwriting. Math.
Handwriting? Why handwriting?
Because we get to do cursive.
Yes, we're going to start cursive. What about you, Noah? What's your favorite subject?
We get to learn timesing, a whole lot more timesing.
Oh, yeah. And did you notice that I got you the
I did.
Our old science back?
I've been looking at this.
Yeah? So you excited to do that book again?
Yeah.
Good. All right, so it's going to be 3rd grade curriculum today, guys.
The house with all the kids. Not all through blood, but all through love. The house with all the kids, sharing good times and bad times, and always being there for each other. We are grateful and blessed each day. Most amazing family with 19 kids. Welcome to the channel. We are the house with all the kids.
Hi guys, welcome back to the House with All the Kids. Thanks for visiting us again. And if you're new here, a little backstory for you. We have 19 children and 5 grandchildren and 2 more on the way. And out of those 19, 12 still live at home and 7 of them are full-time homeschoolers. And then we have the 3 toddlers that are preschoolers, and then we have a 5-month-old baby. So we also are foster and adoptive parents. We have adopted 13 of our 19 children. So on this channel, you're going to get a lot of homeschooling stuff, foster care, adoption, and just our crazy life in between all of that and how we make it work and sometimes not make it work. So if any of that interests you, we would love to have you be part of our YouTube family. So you can support our channel by subscribing, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. So now on to that 3rd grade curriculum. I'm going to turn you guys around and we're going to dig into these books.
Okay guys, so this is what we're using for the boys this year for 3rd grade. So we're using Horizon again. I use Horizon all the way from preschool all the way through 3rd grade. So 4th grade we start something different. But this is the phonics and reading that we'll be doing. And then we do the spelling and vocabulary. And then I supplement on our loop schedule with writing from Scholastics. And I do the grammar from Scholastics. And then I do the Good and the Beautiful handwriting. And then jump over here to their math. Again, Horizons math. And then we will switch over to teaching textbooks in 4th grade. And then here is their science for 3rd grade. This is through Masterbooks. They love this science. And then this is new for us. This is what we're doing for history. I've heard a lot of good things about it, and from what I can tell, I think it's going to be really fun. It's Star-Spangled story, and it comes with all of these readers. I have one Tolliver's secret that I haven't got yet, so I just want to remember to say that to you. But all these readers, so that'll really kind of get our read-alouds out of the way too, I thought, along with history, so we're going to see how that works. And then for Bible, we are going to, I have 2 things going on. One, I ordered my Brother's Keeper, which some of you might have heard of, but it hasn't got here yet, but I will link it below along with everything else. But it is about siblings, and it goes through the siblings in the Bible, and it's just a 4-week Bible study, so I thought that would be really fun for us to do. And that is by Not Consumed. Like I said, I'll link that for you. But when that's done, then we're going to just go through the Child's Story Bible. This is a great Bible. We'll go through that in a minute. And write a verse a day, copywork calendar. So there's our overview. So now I will go through everything with you and let you know how it all works and comes together. And this is just the extra books for Isaac here, or Noah, whichever, but because we have 2 of them. So now we'll go through each individual subject. Okay, first we're going to start out with the phonics and reading by Horizon. It comes with 2 student workbooks, 1 and 2, and then each workbook has a reader, 1 and 2 reader that goes with it. And this is a very easy to use curriculum. It's very open and go, but yet effective, and it can be very independent too, which is what you want to try to start getting your 3rd grader to be more independent, and this is definitely an easy curriculum to do that with. The lessons are set up in, they call them activities, so you have
each activity, first activity, second activity, third activity for that lesson. There's just the 3. And then they're set up like that all the way through, and they're still really working on the phonics, of course, aspect of the grammar. So it's activities to 4 here. So each lesson, like I said, is just broke up into different activities that they do all the way through. Of course, it's going to get a little bit harder as they go along. The first part is just mainly review, but it's really colorful. I think actually this one's even looks more colorful than even the second grade books. But just keep going through. So again, very user-friendly. At the end of each lesson for the day, when you're finished with that lesson, then you're going to read a story or that lesson out of your reader. So here, and it says it right on there too, so like lesson 10, this is what you're reading. Lesson 11 and 12. You're reading this one. So it tells you right up here at the top, which is really nice so you don't get confused of where you're at. And the print is a lot smaller this year, I'm noticing. So it gets smaller every year as they get older. So it looks like this one is individual stories, where second grade is just one big story. So these are all the individual stories. It looks like we do part 2. So yeah, sometimes they'll break it up for 2 lessons when there's part 1 and part 2. Just do it real easy with each lesson, and it's super easy to do, guys. And of course you can get your teacher's manual, which of course in the beginning it gives you the introduction and how to use the book and things like that, and a recommended schedule that you can use or not use. A little rundown of what each lesson you're going to be learning, and then just skip through here. So here's your lesson 1. In the manual, it'll give you a little picture of each page. So you got your answers there on each page, so it's all right in the same book, which is really nice. You have your little overview and what materials you need, which is really just the books that you're going to need. And if you want a chalkboard or a whiteboard, of course you can use that. Or a lot of times, because I'm just sitting at their desk, I'll just have a little notebook that if there's something I need to write down for them or show them, I just write it there. And then your phonics flashcards if you want to use those. But that's all you'll ever really need through this for any supplies. It'll give you your teacher tips, and then each activity, which is the little section like we talked about, it'll give you a little overview of what that little activity is going to be about, and give you a little insight on what you're trying to teach them with that activity. And that's how it goes all the way through the whole book. Easy peasy. Since there is tests throughout, I don't necessarily call them tests. I just let them do it, and then I just look it over and make sure that they're learning what they need to learn. So there you have it. Pretty simple curriculum, but it is very effective. I love it. Like I've said, I've used this all the way from preschool up. I use it all the way through 3rd grade, because they do not go past that with Horizon. It changes to life packs. They do life packs after that. And I didn't really like the life packs, so we just do something else that I will share that with you in another video. So there is the Horizons Phonics and Reading. And then we can switch right over here to spelling, which they have their little dictionary that they can look through. And then they have working words with every week's words that they put in here when we remember. We do that. A lot of times we forget this part, but they're supposed to write their working words down in the proper area here every week. So they'll kind of have their own little dictionary back here. And then it comes with one student workbook. Very traditional, but again, very effective. And you got your introduction. And they are starting cursive in 3rd grade. So they're kind of giving you a little bit of, here's how to study your words, read, think, spell, and check, which we go through that regularly. So is how it works is at the beginning you'll get your words, which are here. And this year is the first year they've done this, where they are also writing them in cursive over here. but is what I do is I go over the words with them. We talk about, whatever the rule might be, long vowels, short vowels, silent letters, whatever it might be for that week. And then I have them, through dictation, just have them write them all down, just so we know what words that they are struggling with, if any. So I can give them a little extra practice on those certain words. Whichever ones they got wrong, they can write again down here, just to make sure they've gotten them right. And then they go on to do their lesson 1, which would be this page after they've done that. And it just kind of works through day 3, day 2, day 3, day 4. And then on Friday, you can ask them those same words again. If you want to call it a test, you can. I just ask them, see what they've remembered through the week, and we do it again. And if they have any corrections, we will go over them. And if there's a word they're still struggling with, you can take that word over into next week and add it to their working words, or they're calling them challenge words. I'm sorry, for 3rd grade they're calling them challenge words. In 2nd grade it was working words, so I forget. So you could add like one word down here that they're struggling with. You can go ahead and add it here until they get it, just so that there isn't a word that kind of slips through the cracks for them. And then you do the same concept all the way through every week. Works out really well. And a lot of times is what I'll do for them too on Thursday, if I know that they have not struggled with words all week long, say they've done super good, I will, especially if I knew from the beginning of the week that they spelled, darn near all the words right, and I know there was just a few challenging words, I'll go ahead and ask them those on Thursday. And if they get them right, then we will not do spelling on Friday, because we have a half a day of school on Fridays anyway, so that's kind of nice for them. But if I know if it's a tough week for them, then we'll go ahead and work them out that one last day and making sure that they can get a good grasp on those words. So there you have it. They're easy curriculum, and of course we do have the teacher's manual, which I don't use too much. Again, it's just they have the little picture up here for you so that you can have your corrections there done easily for you, all in one book, which is nice. And just like my 2nd grade video, I told you that I mainly use this because sometimes they'll have some pictures that I'm like, I have no idea what this is. So we'll look in here, and like here it says storm, maybe you didn't understand what that picture was about. So sometimes the pictures can get a little confusing, so you've got to look it up. I'm like, oh, okay, I know what that is now. But again, you got your little picture and your activity, extended activity. In the back, there is word lists back here where it just breaks down every week the word list for you. So if you want to take that out, you can, but just for a quick reference if you wanted to. And then they also have, at the back, they got some reproducible practice pages that you can do if they're struggling with the concept or words. You can either rip these out or make a copy of them, is what I like to do, so I don't destroy my teacher's manual, because I have several children that will still be going through this. So there's some extra practice back here if you want them to try to do something more with some words. So there you go, easy spelling. My kids seem to like it. Here is what we just do on a loop. So we will do this like once or twice a week, depending on how many things we'll have in a loop. I'm not sure if I'll add anything else for another loop for us or not, but I like to supplement with the grammar. It's still Scholastics. We did 2nd grade last year, and we just do a page a day. This is about exclamations and commands, just to give them just a little bit, little taste of this kind of stuff, because the phonics and reading program does not do this with Horizon. They don't start this yet, but I like to start it in 2nd grade just so that they get a little idea of what this stuff is. But it's super easy. It's not tough for them or anything. It's not aggressive anyway. But yeah, they can get it done super easy. It's just, like I said, one page a day, just to kind of get it in their mind of what these things are. So we'll go through that. Okay, and here's the other one, is Scholastic Success with Writing. So they get a little extra writing practice here. They're gonna just read a little bit here. Like on this one, they have to just write this sentence correctly. clearly we need a capital letter here, period at the end. So just a little bit of writing practice every day. Well, not every day, just when we do our loop. So nothing overwhelming, just simple stuff, just a supplement. Pretty easy, and they have fun with it. They like things that they can just get done quickly, but are really effective is what I like about it, that it's really effective, and they like that it can be done fast, so they don't even realize they're learning. They just start like, wow, we're done already, and they remember it. So that's what we do there. Then we have, of course, our Horizon Math, and this will be the last year that we do Horizon Math. We move on to teaching textbooks in 4th grade. So we got book 1 and book 2, and it's just a simple, regular 3rd grade math. They do a lesson a day, still colorful for them. Beginning here, we're just doing some review. And working on those times tables that they started in about the middle of 2nd grade. We started working on times tables, so they're going through all that. The boys seem to really like this too. Oh, looks like we're going to get into some division in here. It's kind of the back of what you're going to end up with. This is actually only book 1 though. And book 2, going to get even a little more harder for them, but still very colorful. So they make it fun for them. Notice the text is smaller. Here's where they're really getting into the division here. See more toward the end here for you. Cool, those fractions, temperature, some more graph things. But I've had really good luck with this. They're more than ready to start teaching textbooks. They actually will start teaching textbooks usually a grade higher than what teaching textbooks would be. So I know this works really effectively for them. And again, teacher's manual, same concept. They do give you, like here, telling you the different drills of multiplication to do. So this is one of the big things that I really pay attention to in here is when I'm teaching them the multiplication tables. It'll tell you which flashcards to bring in, when you should bring them in. They start you out with having them just say the flashcards, reading them with the answer showing for quite some time, and then they have you flip like just the 5s over where they have to memorize the 5s what the answer is, but then like the other like 6s and 7s will still be flipped where they can see them, and that works really good. It's the first time I did that. Usually I just do it my own way, but I decided to, with my 2nd graders this year, I followed what they said, and it does work well, how they recommend you doing it. So, but each lesson just gives you objective activities on what it is you're doing with each activity, how you should teach it if you want to read that and get some other tips on making sure you're doing what you need to do. And I do refer to it every now and then. Back here is 2nd grade. The one I had, it was 2 separate books for the answer key and the overview of everything, and I hated that. So I'm really glad that this year it's all one book. So I don't have 2 books sitting on my desk, but the back part is just the pages for your answer key. So it just makes correcting a lot easier, especially now in 3rd grade, Makes it a lot easier just to look at it real quick so you're not having to figure stuff out on your own. That's all your answers. So again, very easy curriculum that I love. Okay, so there's math. And then for handwriting, we are doing the Good and the Beautiful handwriting. That's something that we do every year also. They go to level 7 in Good and the Beautiful. So then after that, we just don't do it anymore. They're expected to write neatly whatever they write, and they're expected to do it well and not have to do an actual curriculum for it. So this year is going to be very fun for them. They are going to start cursive. So I'm here, Noah there in the background. He's excited about that. So here is what I like about it is they always have a little art project at the bottom that they really like to do.
Fun.
Yes. So the font again is a little smaller than it was last year. Here's a poem. So they always kind of teach them something else, and that's what I really like about this handwriting curriculum, is because there's always something that they're teaching them. So this is about October, a little kind of about fall, so then they get to draw the leaf in here. So it's a little different, whoops, it's a little different than the previous years. I think that's because they're really trying to get their cursive down. I love my family. Oh, and another thing that I really like about it is they don't forget about print. so they mix it. You know, they have to write things in cursive, but then every now and then they'll say, you know, write it in print. You know, like right here, copy this, and they're wanting them to copy this in print. So they don't forget how to write in print while they're learning how to write cursive. And there's a lot of print in here as they're starting with cursive, and then like the next year there'll be a little bit less print and more cursive, and then the next year a little less print and more cursive, so they don't forget to make sure they practice that. So really like this. Okay. For science, we are doing the Let's Talk Science Adventures in the Physical World by Masterbooks. And yes, it is level 2. So a little backstory of what we did. For first grade, I did the level 1 in this series, and they absolutely loved it. The last year, for second grade, for some reason, I got them the God's Design series instead of the Let's Talk Science series, which was still a really good science book, but they didn't like it nearly as well as they liked this series. So I promised them that this year we would go ahead and go back and do the one that we didn't do, which is this one, The Adventures in the Physical World. So we're going to go ahead and do this one, and then they'll probably fly through it because they really love doing it, and then we'll go ahead and get our level 3 and finish out the year. Is how this is set up. Oops, let's see here. Is, okay, you got your table of contents of everything you're going to be learning about, and got your material master list, which as you guys know, I'm all about simplicity with as many kids as I have, so science is definitely something I want to be simple. I'm not one of those homeschoolers that love getting out the major science experiments and dealing with that mess, and it's not me. Don't like that at all. And this is perfect for this. It's 3 days. The first day, they're always going to have a story talking about, what it is they're learning about, and they bring it in through Bible stories, and it's kind of cool how they do it. They take stories from the Bible and just kind of put a twist on it of teaching them about the concept. Then on day 2, so here's the story for day 1, and you have the day there. So here's the story referring to a Bible story and somehow correlating with what they're learning. And then on day 2, they'll have their little experience, they call it, instead of experiment. And you will do that, which is, honestly, guys, is just a little bit of stuff that you would have just laying around the house. It's really not a big deal. Actually, I think it tells you right at the beginning, right here. You will need a 3-ring binder, and you will want one of those. If you don't have to do it, but I let them do that, where they rip out a page every week, and I'll show you that in a minute. And crayons and colored pencils. That's what you need for this week for the experience. Easy. So then back here's the experience. You will do that. So then here's day 3, which is share day. So they're going to go over everything that they learned and share it with somebody else, like they usually, when Dad gets home from work, they'll share what they've learned with him through the week. And they'll always have a little memory verse that they want them to do, and it always comes with directions for the hand motions. And a lot of times the hand motions will actually be sign language, which Amberlyn loves doing with us. You know, she has the apraxia of speech, so she knows sign language, and she loves learning these with us. So they kind of go, put your fingers together to form a circle with your hands. That's earth, and that is how you say earth in sign language. So that is really fun. And then they do a little activity, hand activity here, where they're going to write out, in this case, is what is something you want to remember about energy. So they'll write that here, connect the cord to light the light bulb, and this is what they will rip out and put in their 3-ring binder every week. So they'll always have a page that they get to add to their 3-ring binder. So at the end of the year, I should have brought my second grade one out here. I will grab that for you really quick and just kind of show you what the second grade one looked like. Anyway, so yeah, so they'll pull this out and add that to their binder, and then goes on again. What they're going to learn about this week, day 1, learn about it, a little activity they're going to have, and they always have discussion starters down here that you can just kind of talk with them about at the end of the lesson. And here's your materials you need you need a matchbox car and an object to build a small ramp with, like a book or something. Day 3 is their share day, and then a little bit of a lesson, and then here they're going to draw a picture of something that has potential energy, and they get to rip this out and put into their binder. And here, really quick, Asia just got this for me. This was their second grade binder. This one was Isaac's. So they went through the 7 days of creation last year. So here's, just their share day. where they put everything that they learned so they can kind of go back and look at this and go, oh yeah, I remember we learned about the rainbow. I remember we learned about how light travels. And so made a really cool with all their little projects. See here we needed cotton balls, you know, not a big deal. So super easy stuff. And they had a ball, you know, glue, because they were learning about the different layers of the earth and the tree roots. And so they just put this all in pollen on the bee. So we just got some orange. You know, you wouldn't even have to use orange if you didn't want to. I just happen to have them. So it's really easy, guys, for when they think they're doing this cool science experiment. Here you might need a piece of yarn, you know, so it's super easy. So again, this is the second grade one. So and feathers, and I had feathers in our art area. They end up with a really cool little binder at the end of the year that they can go through and share with people of what they learned, and it's super fun and easy. So there's Isaac's. So we really like it, they really liked it. So yes, it might be, I don't know, I don't think it's going to be really that easy for them just because it's second grade. I think they're still going to hang with it pretty good, you know, and they're still going to learn even though it's a year younger for them. I don't care, they're going to like it. And if they fly through it, that's okay. If they want to do more than 3 days, you know, if they want to do 2 lessons a week, we can do that, and then we'll move into the third grade one. But you're going to learn about different planets, it looks like. This really is stuff. And is what I kind of ended up doing was at the beginning of the week, I would just look real quick to see what my list was for the next week, or you know, at the end of the 1 week, I'd look, you know, so I would make sure I just had the stuff around. Very rarely did I scramble around like, oh shoot, I don't have one of those. Like I remember one time I didn't have celery when they were trying to show how the water goes up into the leaves. So I just called the neighbor and she had celery. So there's always ways around it. But the seasons. So it's a really fun science book and they get a lot out of it. So there is your science. Okay, so now on to history, guys. This is brand spanking new to us. So I can't tell you if I love it, like it, or hate it quite yet, but I think I'm going to really like it. I researched it a lot and watched a lot of YouTube videos, so thank you YouTubers out there for your flip throughs. It's called Our Star-Spangled Story. Oh, I got part 2 on the top there, don't I? It comes with 2 big books, textbook style, part 1 and part 2. It comes with a timeline book, the student workbook, rhythms and rhymes, and then you have your answer key and literature guide. And all the books that come with it are, well, I have the Tolliver's Secret that is not come yet, so that is one Tolliver's Secret. And then we have Benjamin West and his cat, Grimalkin. Oh, sorry, that's way off there. And then we have The Year of Miss Agnes, Emily's Runaway Imagination, Freedom Crossing, Farmer Boy, Katie, and Mountain Born. And is what really attracted me to this was number 1, history, and then all the read alouds, because I thought, well, this is how we can get our read alouds done and it, you know, go with our history. So I'm hoping that that works out well. So from how I understand it, is how this works is you will go to your part 1 book. Well, here's your contents, of course. And then this is a little page written to the student, kind of gives them a rundown of what they're going to be doing. A little Dear Parents part over here, and then how to use the book. And then kind of goes all through that, introducing each part of the books, all the books that I showed you that come with it. And then, just to give you a quick little overview of how I feel this works, you have Unit 1, and there are, I believe, just 3 lessons in each unit. So you will start out by reading through this unit. So here's Lesson 1. You will read this unit, and if you want to break it up into 2 days, you know, per lesson, by all means, you're a homeschooler, you can do that. So you would go through, it's got really good pictures, real pictures, which I like, not just like drawings. I mean, these are actual pictures, which I think is pretty cool. So then you will read through this, and then when you get to this blue section here, you will have your lesson activities. So like this one wants you to go to the map on the front inside cover, which is right here, and look at them, just look at it. And then they want you to go to the rhythms and rhymes and read the Coyote song. So that would be this one. So you're gonna, and if you don't want to just read it, they do have, you can go to their website and you can just let them hear the actual song instead of just reading, which is probably what we'll do because I don't really know how the song goes, and I think they would benefit more from hearing the song than me trying to read. So it talks about the song here, and here's the words to the song for lesson 1. And then student workbook, so they'll want you to complete the workbook. I just got one workbook, so I thought I could just copy the page for the other child. So, you know, for Noah and Isaac. So then you're just going to do this lesson 1 workbook page, which is simple enough. And then they have you start reading the Benjamin West and his cat Grimlikin. So from what I see, you have from Unit 1 to Unit 4 to finish this book. So you can, you know, maybe just divide it out, how many chapters each lesson you need to read, or however you want to work it. And then you would have your review questions. Is what I have learned too is, Amberlyn, shh, thank you, honey. So here's your review questions, and if by chance you don't know the answers to those review questions, right here in your answer key and literature guide are the answers to those review questions. And then I have it tabbed here. The other part of the book is the literature guide. So before you start reading the book, you would want to read them this. And this is just giving them a little introduction to the book. And then when you're done reading the book, here is some discussion questions about the book. So then you would, then there's a little hands-on history ideas of things that you can, you know, just they could do, like use building blocks to build Noah's Ark and a Viking ship. And yes, this is Christian based. You know, all of my books are Christian based, so that you know that if you don't know that already. So I think that it's going to be pretty easy because, you know, again, I am about simpleness. So this is a little more crazy than my traditional curriculum, but I don't think it's too bad. I think I can handle it, guys. I think. We shall see. So here is lesson 2. So again, same concept. You got all your bits here. Oh, and at the end of each unit, this is what might throw me off the edge, is a little unit project. At the end of each unit, you have a unit project. So here's your supplies you need. And so they're making pottery. I won't even attempt to say that word, so I'll butcher it. But they're making pottery. So here's how you do it. You know, all else fails, just give them a tub of Play-Doh and let them do it. That's probably what I will do, to be honest. Unless I'm just, you know, feeling really gun-ho, super homeschool mama that day, then maybe we'll attempt it that way. But they got the directions and, you know, it's all laid out really cool for you, and it does look like it would be kind of fun. And then you would start out for Unit 2, and you've got your 4 lessons, you know, and you will be still reading this book all the way through Unit 4. So you would read, so you got your lesson 4 there, and you keep going, and there's still really cool pictures, and again, your same deal here. So I'm kind of excited about it. I think it's going to be fun, and I think they're going to learn a lot. I think I might have my other 2 boys do it along with us. You know, they're 11, but I think it will be fun for them too. So I think I'll have them do it with us, and of course the preschoolers will be listening in. And who knows, they might get something out of it too. But I really like the pictures. Oh, here's the other project. This one doesn't look too bad. You just need brown construction paper, some blue construction paper, popsicle sticks, white paper, white glue, a marker, and a blue crayon. Yes, I can do that. That will be an easy one. Looks like they're folding. Oh, they're making a little, Mayflower probably. Is that what it is? So there we go. So I think it's going to be fun. I will definitely let you guys know. Maybe I'll do like a mid-year review on how it is. Washington. And, you know, another thing you could do is, you know, if you're really wanting to even, you know, go more into it, like we have the Who Was books, you know, like George Washington can read that book or assign that book. You know, like I might assign that book to my 11-year-olds. I might assign them a book to kind of make it a little bit more in depth for them. Probably what I will do. Daniel Boone, again, can assign some books for them, for the older guys. George Washington's Breakfast, that's our project. Oh yeah, so we'll be able to do a breakfast that'll be kind of cool. We can definitely do that. So yeah, it looks kind of cool. I'm excited to get into it. Now there's a lot of people through here. The what? Pickersgill family? The Pickersgill family. Looks like I'll probably be learning a lot too. No idea who they are. There you have it, guys. I think it's gonna work well for us. Third graders are gonna like it, and I think my 11-year-olds are gonna like it too. Like I said, I'll just supplement a little bit more with them. What is this one? I just need another activity. Starvation party. That looks like it might be easy too. Food safe paper, wax paper, parchment paper, cut in 9-inch squares. Yeah, see, that's not so bad either. Oh, and it looks like we make another recipe. Those are cool. Asia will actually like doing those, so I'll get out of that. Right, Asia? So then, and there is a timeline book too. Not sure when we get into that. I'm sure it tells us somewhere, and I think it starts with here, and then we go all the way to, is it Obama? Oh, yep, we go all the way to Trump, 2018. So, and it's really nice pictures too. Really pictures, so liking that. I'm sure it'll tell us in there when we refer to this. I just missed it. But like I said, I will definitely give you guys a mid-year review and just let you guys know how we liked it and how it worked for us. It's a little more in depth than what I like to do, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. It's doable. So we'll see how it goes. All right, now we have Bible, and I wish I had my brother's keeper to show you guys, but definitely get on YouTube and type that in. There is some people that have given some reviews about it, and I really like the fact that it's about siblings, and so I think it's going to be really cool for us to do. And it is just a 4-week Bible study, and it's by Not Consumed. So if you can find that, I would definitely give that a look, because I think it's going to be cool. So I'm excited for that to come. But it was taking forever, and I didn't want to wait anymore for this video to get out for you guys. So we're going to do that first. And like I said, it takes 4 weeks. And then, I'm not positive on everything we're going to do for Bible yet, but then I think I've had this book for a while, and I have had total intentions on reading this to them for Bible one year. And I think this is going to be the year we're going to do it. So the Child's Story Bible, and it's obviously all about the Bible, but it's written in story form, and it's written in levels like elementary or late elementary, probably early middle school language, so they can really understand it a lot better. And I think we're going to start just reading through this. And that's what we're going to do every day for Bible when we're done with my brother's keeper. Got some pictures through it, just an easy read, and it's really written well. It's going to keep their attention. It's not boring in any way, so that I'm excited to try with them. But it looks like it's going to work out pretty good. Like I said, I've had it for a while and just haven't gotten into it because I've always done other things, but I think this is the year we're going to do it. And then on top of doing this, we are going to start this in January. And I cannot remember where I got this. I did get this book on Amazon, and of course I'll link it for you guys. I will try to figure out where I got this and printed it off, but it's because I always like to incorporate character qualities. And so this is pretty cool. I put it in page protector so that we can just use a wet erase so it will stay on there a little better. Every month it has a theme, so January is joy, character quality for joy, and every day we have a verse that we're going to look up, so I'll have the kids probably take turns looking it up in their Bible, and then we will write a verse a day. So we're going to take it out, and I'll get them a notebook. Maybe I'll make them a kind of a cool looking notebook or something. We'll decorate it or something, and they are going to write that verse every day, one of these verses, for the whole month in their notebook. And down here it's got the little definition for joy. And then February is faith. We'll do that again. March is wisdom. April is unity. Perseverance for May. Honesty for June. Courageous for July. Understanding. Hopefulness. Rewards. Patience. And kindness. So I think that'll be cool to do through the whole year, and they'll have quite a cool notebook when they're finished. And we'll do that while we're doing this, and we'll be doing that after we're done with my brother's keepers. Okay, oh my gosh, you guys, I almost forgot these two guys that we use too. So sorry that is not in the first part of this video, but I just wanted to show you really quickly. This is Explode the Code. The boys are going to be in book 6 this year. They've done them all the way up from book 1 or even the one before that. Let's get ready for the code or something. And is all this is, which most of you probably already know, it's just quick little lessons. This one-page lessons is how we do it. One page every other day, I think we do it. And it's just for Phonics Mastery. So nice little book the boys love. And then this draw right now, we'll throw in with our loop. So this will be our third subject for our loop. It'll be in there. So it's draw right now, and is what I do is I tear the book apart and put it in page protectors. That way we can keep it forever because I have so many kids using it. So this works out best for us. But if you guys don't know what this is about, it gives them a little educational page on this side, and they will, you can have them rewrite this if you want to, for handwriting practice if you want to do that. But they learn something over here, and then they get to learn how to draw something. So is what you can do. I get them these books here so they can draw the picture of, in this case, the penguin up here, and then they can rewrite this over here just to kind of instill what they've learned a little better by writing it. And there's just a lot of neat little pictures and information. Here's a whales, it looks like. So this, and they're always themed. So this one is themed the polar region, the Arctic and Antarctic. So it's lots of, here's the Arctic, so they're broke up into each section that they will be learning to draw. So this will be in the third subject for our loop. So there you have it. Okay guys, so that is it for the third grade curriculum for Noah and Isaac. I hope that this was helpful for you guys and gave you guys some ideas for your third grader. So let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this video, and if there's anything else that you guys want to see, like maybe a slower flip through of anything, I'd be more than happy to do that. Or if you just have any questions about a curriculum, I will do my best to answer you. And I will, like always, have all of this stuff linked below for you guys to be able to find it easily. So if you liked this video, just please give us a thumbs up, and be great if you could support our channel if you're new here, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future homeschool videos that we will be having out here soon. As y'all know, I have a lot more kids to get through yet, so as stuff starts coming in, I will be making videos for that also. So thanks again, you guys, for taking the time to watch my video, and have a blessed day. Bye now.